How to start loving yourself. Loving yourself can be difficult for different people because we're pretty much aware of our flaws and our shortcomings. But loving ourselves honestly is a conscious decision. It's not something that we're born with, it's something that we learn because we choose to do so. Hey, if you're coming back to this channel, welcome back to the Zawadi Within. I'm grateful that you're here, and we're continuing our series about embracing the season we're in. And part of embracing the season we're in is learning to come to self-acceptance and ultimately self-love. So, one of the best ways to start loving ourselves is by acknowledging the fact that we're more self-aware. Like, we're aware of our flaws, we're aware of our shortcomings, but we're also willing to grow. And by being willing to grow, just taking a step to be proud of that. Because a lot of people lack self-awareness, so they don't realize that they're self-sabotaging because they really don't know what's going on. So the fact that you're able to recognize where you need improvement, where you need growth, is already a step in the right direction. So be proud of yourself for that. Secondly, look at how you've improved and be grateful for that. I've said many times that gratefulness takes us so far in life. It brings more positive things into our life, and the more we're grateful, the more we will overflow in love. And sometimes it may be difficult to love yourself, but if we start working on loving others, loving our life, loving the little things that are going on in our life, we kind of like work outside in and start bringing that back to ourselves and learning to be grateful for who we are, grateful for what we've come, where we've come from, and ultimately learn to appreciate ourselves and love ourselves, because we're not here by chance. Each and every one of us is here to make a difference. It's just our choice to dig deep and to see what that purpose is and to go and share that with the world, because every individual is here to be a blessing to others, not just ourselves. So yeah. Thirdly, as we're learning to love ourselves, we have to make a conscious effort to speak kindly to ourselves. I've said before, our words are so powerful, and our inner dialogue or monologue really affects the way that we show up in life. So if we take time to be self-conscious and just kind to ourselves in the way that we speak to ourselves, and also just analyze those negative thoughts and try to dig deep and see, where do they come from? Do they come from us? Do they come from experiences we've had? And learn how to reframe those thoughts. So you can be like, for example, maybe you feel like, oh, I'm never good at anything. Well, you can go and try and analyze, okay, well, there's got to be something that you're good at. Maybe it's not something super, I don't know, extraordinary in your eyes, but that's one little thing that you can be grateful for. You can be like, okay, maybe I don't feel like I'm good at other things, but I'm kind to people, or I try to make people laugh. That's something little, something that seems insignificant, but it's something that can bring joy to others. And that's something that you can acknowledge and be grateful for. And the more you're grateful for something, the more your attention is focused on other things that you can be grateful for. And you will find more and more things to love about yourself. Fourthly, I would encourage you to create small goals. And while you're creating small goals, accomplish them and then use them to reinforce positive self-image. So it could be one little thing that you say, okay, I'm going to work on, I don't know, maybe saying affirmations for like 3 affirmations, or looking for 3 things to be grateful for, and do that for a week. When you do that, you reaffirm to yourself that you keep promises to yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, you can be proud of yourself. It can even be like, I'm going to the gym twice a week. Do that for 2 or 3 weeks and watch how your confidence improves, because you know that you can trust you. And the more you're able to trust yourself, the more you're able to love yourself, because you know that you're trustworthy and you know that you're deserving of love. And then continue to affirm to yourself and imagine what love feels like. And I would encourage you to do this multiple times a day until it's something that's just instinctual. Like, I don't even have to think about it. I've really grown in this. And even if I do something that maybe may seem like a mistake, or I forget something, I am so kind to myself. Whereas before I'd be like stress myself out and be like, oh my gosh, how could I forget that, this, that, the other. But now it's just instinctual. I don't even have to think about it. The minute a negative thought comes up, there is like a positive reframe that reflectively just starts going on in my mind, because I truly love myself. I truly care about myself. And one of the ways that really helps me is like thinking of myself as like the young Sawadi. And sometimes, like you've heard, maybe you've heard about inner child work, of people thinking of themselves as the little kid version of themselves. And when you think about that, you think about how you'd want someone to speak to that little kid, or a little kid maybe that you know, like I have young children. I wouldn't want somebody to speak harshly to my children because they made a simple mistake. So in the same way, I don't speak harshly to me when maybe I don't meet the standard that I set for myself. I encourage myself and I try to come up with a plan to do better next time, but not from a place of, oh, I'm lacking, but a place from, okay, this is an opportunity to learn, an opportunity for me to grow, and let me set another small goal that is attainable and reach it. And when I reach it, I'm reaffirming to myself that I am capable and that I am worthy and deserving of love. So I hope those steps helped you and resonated with you. And I just want to wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Be blessed and know that you are worthy and deserving of love. Bye.